Hello everyone, welcome to the Twin Flame Tarot. My name is Toni and this is the Twin Flame Weekend Forecast for the week of September 10th through the 12th, 2021. So, hi, if you are a returning subscriber, thank you for coming back. I'm so happy to see you here. And welcome to my table. If this is the first time you are here, as I said, my name is Toni. So we are just going to create a sacred container where we welcome in and we invite our higher selves to please join us, as well as calling upon Christed consciousness to please join us at the table. We command our sovereignty in this time, dimension, place, and space, and we disinvite and disallow all beings, energies, and entities of less than Christed consciousness. And now we're going to set our intentions by calling forth in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. We invite in our angels, ancestors, guardians, and guides, guardians of the four corners, mother of the earth, father of the sky, and sacred ones. We call upon you and we welcome you here now. We ask you to please be present with us and please help us to understand and to interpret these messages to the best of our knowledge as we receive them. Thank you. Okay, so this is an all signs reading. So this reading could be for you, or you could be a cross watcher. This could be for your twin flame. The message could be, just take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Just as a reminder, when I say, and I won't say it very often, but if I say divine feminine, divine masculine, divine means holy. Feminine and masculine do not refer to one specific gender. And since you're here and you're not doing much else, you might as well just hit that little like button, or even better, that subscribe button. Promise you ain't got to come back ever again. But if you would just give me a little energy exchange, hit that button. You have no idea what it means to the creators of your life that you're watching here on YouTube. If you will just subscribe, it means, I'm just saying this on behalf of all of us, hit that subscribe button. It means a lot. Okay. All right. So up first, we're going to have timestamps included. So all you got to do is drop down below in the description and in the comments. I will have the timestamps. So check it out. And if not, if you just want to stick around and see the whole reading, we are going to begin now. So Virgo, we are going to begin with you. Since we are in Virgo season, we are going to begin with the Lover's Oracle. Here we go. Angels, ancestors, guardians, guides, please tell me. Wow, Virgo, you were on the money today. Let's see. Ooh, Virgo, you have got a secret admirer. Someone has deeper feelings for you than they are letting on. So when we're talking about a twin flame relationship, it could be that your twin flame has been watching you, have been keeping up with you through maybe social media, or maybe you're not even aware of who your twin flame is, but they are aware of you and they have been keeping tabs on you. And it feels like this might even be the weekend where you may find out. They may come forward or something may slip. All right, so let's learn about that twin flame. Let's look at healing with the angels. Here we go. Angels, ancestors, guardians, guides, tell me about Virgo's twin flame. What is the energy they bring to the relationship for the weekend of September 10th to the 12th, 2021? Tell me about Virgo's twin flame. What can Virgo expect from the energy of their twin flame this weekend, please, Spirit? Virgo's twin flame, September 10th through the 12th. You've got surrender and release. And this card always reminds me of Aquarius. Doesn't that look like the water bearer there? Surrender and release and enchantment. So I do believe this could be the weekend that they're going to come forward and make their presence known. If you do not know that you have a somebody who has either been watching you, maybe on social media, maybe somebody, is being drawn to you, Virgo, this is definitely a specific weekend, but this is the weekend, or specific to some of you Virgos, but this is the weekend they can no longer hold back. They are just so enraptured, enchanted, and into you that they can't hold back. They have to release their feelings. Their feelings are going to come pouring forth. Now, for those of you who have known your twin flame, there's a very good likelihood that they have been keeping, maybe you're in separation now. Very good likelihood they've been keeping tabs on you through social media or something like that. So this is probably the weekend where they're gathering up the courage, where the dam breaks loose and they just have to surrender and release and tell you how they really feel about you, that you make them feel magical. You make them feel like they can find their power again. And this is the weekend where it feels like somebody's going to come forward and offer you their heart. Lastly, this is talking about those of you who don't know your twin, or those of you who have known your twin in your separation. For those of you who are already in union with your twin, if there has been a little bit of space between you, know that your twin has been doing work on behalf of you for themselves. Okay, they've been doing work on themselves. That's for you though, and it's not just for you, it's for them as well. But remember, as they do work for them, they're doing work for you. And as you do work for yourself, you do work for your twin. And so, maybe you felt a little bit of space between the two of you while you've been doing self-healing. And know that they have been admiring you. Know that you're not being, it's not going unnoticed. And it feels like this may be the weekend that you really reconnect. For those of you who are in union, they are going to surrender, needing time to spend this time alone. It's going to come to an end. They are going to tell you they are really just so in awe of you that they can, and they really see the changes and the work that you're doing, and they really appreciate it because they know you're doing it not only for you, but you're doing it for them as well. All right. So let's look at the Modern Witch Tarot. Here we go. Angels, ancestors, guardians, and guides. Messages, please, for Virgo and their twin flame for the weekend of September 10th through the 12th, 2021. What is the wall or the shadow that is coming between Virgo and their twin flame? What is the shadow or blockage or wall? Any blockage or shadow that Virgo needs to be aware of between them and their twin flame this week? And look at that. There's the twin flame card. So, like I said, for some of you, you're going to become aware of who your twin flame is. They've probably been watching you for quite a while. They've probably been keeping up with you, and they are going to give in to it. They cannot hold back anymore. They are going to tell you how they truly feel. For those of you who have been in union, but you're now currently separated, again, this twin flame, it's not that it's a block. It's not that it's a wall or a shadow. It's just that some people don't like to have that label, because labels put expectations on a relationship that just really aren't necessary. It doesn't let the people be who they are, because, oh, well, you're my twin, so we have to act like this, and this is what we should expect, and da-da-da-da-da. Do you know what I mean? So for those of you who know your twin flames, that can be a bit of a problem, okay? Because it's like, well, shouldn't we be doing this? Shouldn't we be working together to evolve our souls? Shouldn't we be on the same page, serving our union's mission, whatever? That can be a problem. So for the issue here could be just let go of the idea. Just be with the person. Just be in relationship with the person this weekend, okay? So advice for Virgo. What advice do we have for Virgo for their twin flame relationship this weekend? The Fool. There's Aquarius popping up again. So I definitely get the strong energy that from one of you is going to be surprised by a Aquarius just kind of showing up and be like, hey, I love you. I don't even think you know who I am. And I'm pretty sure we're twin flames. I get the energy that for one of you Virgos, you're about to be very surprised with this Aquarius just popping in. The Fool. This is be open to the new possibilities. Be open to the new path. But do put your own highest and best self first. So, look before you leap. Don't just walk off the ledge because, you're happy and excited and you're not looking where you're walking. Pay attention to your steps. But it's okay to go out there and take a risk. It's okay to fall in love. It's okay. There's definitely something I just heard in my head. Some of you are afraid to fall in love because you don't want to feel foolish again. In the past, you've given your heart to somebody and they made you feel foolish because you trusted them and they showed you that they were untrustworthy. And the message here is that it's okay. You can take that risk. Don't be afraid. Just because, this is not one of those shame me once, shame on, fool me once, shame on you, fool me twice, shame on me. I'm not getting the energy. This is that, hey, we're actually a twin flame couple, and this is a new path. This is a new journey. Maybe we've made mistakes in the past, but this is a new clean slate. And so that's what your higher self is trying to tell you. Be open to the possibilities that those were just lessons. Those were soul lessons you had to learn, that you had to go through. For those of you who've been in union and are separated and they're coming back around and you're like, I don't know. Like I said, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Understand that perhaps maybe the two of you have gotten to a higher level of soul evolution, and maybe this is just the opportunity to sit down and to reevaluate and make sure that you're not on the same page now, okay? And so where you're headed, how can Virgo and their twin flame move from the shadow to the light? What can Virgo do to help move from the shadow to the light? Exactly. Queen of Swords again Aquarius showing up. This is the air signs. So Aquarius is there, Libra and Gemini. But you've got a lot of strong Aquarius energy here, Virgo. So I'm not surprised if one of you has definitely got a chicken below. Tell me, hey, yeah, that's me. My twin flame. I'm the Virgo with the Aquarius twin flame. This is learning to understand their point of view, learning to evolve your thinking, be open to expansive thinking, be open to thinking that allows for growth and healing. This is not being stuck in just one perspective. You see how she's got the bird flying above her, and then this is the sword of truth and justice. And so the truth shall be revealed this weekend, but to come at it from a higher perspective, to not just sit where you are, try to step back and be a little bit more cerebral. I think the reason why also for you, Virgo, those of you who aren't in twin flame with an Aquarius, that Aquarius keeps showing up is because Aquarius is that cerebral way of thinking. And so that's probably what this is step outside of yourself. Don't be so emotionally driven, or let your feelings be the reason you behave or choose the way you do. Step back and look at the bigger picture here. Okay, that's what they're trying to say. Look at the bigger picture and see, perhaps there were lessons to be learned that needed to be learned, and that's why things happened the way they did. But maybe now is the opportunity for the two of you to actually get the chance that you've been waiting on. Okay, Virgo? All right, Virgo, I hope that you enjoy this. If you did, be sure to like, share, and subscribe, because up next, it is now time for Libra. Let me get a sip of tea. And Libra, you are going to start with the Lover's Oracle. All right. Here we go. Angels, ancestors, guardians, guys, tell me about the energy Libra brings to the twin flame relationship for the weekend of September 10th through the 12th. If you could do anything, what would it be, Libra? The answer dwells in your heart, not in your mind, for the heart is the gateway to the soul. So we see her laying here, she's kind of naked, bare, and exposed. So she's really letting her dreams, her reality be bare and exposed, but she's by herself. And she's laying there, she's healing, she's thinking, she's letting herself just kind of see herself for who she is, and what would she want to be if she could be anything? What would she do if she could do anything? She's listening to her heart. She's trying to block out the outside world and truly listen to what her heart wants. And so this is the weekend where you need to ask yourself, Libra, in regards to your twin flame, what does your heart truly, truly want? Okay, so let's see what's going on with your twin flame. Here we go, Libra. Angels, ancestors, guardians, and guides, tell me about Libra's twin flame. What do we need to know about the energy Libra's twin flame brings to the relationship September 10th through the 12th? Freedom. Freedom. I always hear George Michael's Freedom whenever this card comes out. So there, it's very interesting. If you could do anything, what would it be? That sounds an awful lot like freedom. And so it feels like even if the two of you are not together, as you are focusing on creating your own freedom for your life, and I'm hearing very loudly the message I need to say here is about money. I'm also hearing some of you need to understand and get a different money mindset. There's a lot of poverty mindset and lack mentality I'm hearing here, Libra, that's keeping you from freedom. And so what I'm hearing is to tell you the money is just a tool that helps you get freedom. Okay, it's just a tool. It's not anything that has more power. Money does not have power unless you give it power. Money doesn't have power. It cannot have power over you. In fact, nothing can have power over you because you're sovereign. And so that's the point. This is the weekend where you're going to let go of the power that you're given to the money and reclaim your freedom, and spend the time really thinking about and daydreaming and imagining and just projecting to what it is, where you want to go, specifically with relation to your twin flame, or just in relationships in general. You look how both these cards are even similar in color, and you've got the naked woman there with her boobs out. I mean, and even her arms are kind of bent in the same angles and everything. You're very much mirroring your twin flame here, Libra. All right, so let's see what is going on. This is the weekend for some of you who are in union. Could be that there is a separation coming this weekend, Libra, okay? For those of you who aren't already together, freedom very much can mean union, because there's freedom in knowing just how sure you are that you're going to go all the way together. There's just a really great freedom in knowing that you've got a life partner and support system always. And so for some of you, it could be the freedom of actually getting to meet your twin for the first time. So let's find out. We're going to look at the Modern Witch Tarot. Here we go. Angels, ancestors, guardians, and guides, please tell me about Libra and their twin flame for the week of September 10th through the 12th. What is the energy surrounding Libra and their divine masculine or divine feminine? What do we need to know about the wall or the shadow that is coming between Libra and their twin flame this weekend, please, Spirit? Did I just see a card flip? Nope, I guess not. What do we need to know about, that's too many, please, the shadow or the wall or block that is coming between Libra and their twin flame this weekend? Boy, these cards are just flipping completely. I keep thinking I see them flip upside down, but they're doing like a 180, but instead they're doing a full 360, like flipping in my hand and landing face down. All right, we've got the Eight of Cups. The shadow is that you both are seeking freedom. There is definitely, I feel for some of you, a breakup coming. This is going to be a weekend where you decide to go your own way. The Eight of Cups is walking away. In other words, freedom. Now, that doesn't mean for all of you that you're going to be breaking up. Like I said, again, if you could do anything, what would it be? The heart is the gateway. The heart is the gateway to the soul. And so for some of you, this is finding the freedom of letting go of what expectations people have been putting on you. You've been putting on yourself. Your ego has been putting on yourself. Your job has been putting on yourself. Your family, friends, and relatives have been putting on yourself. And instead, seeking your own freedom. This is walking away from unnecessary expectations and unrealistic dreams and unfulfilled promises, and seeking your own freedom. So this could be actually walking towards each other and seeking freedom towards each other. So it's almost like as you each seek your own independent freedom, you are polarizing towards each other. Okay. But right now, for some of you, the shadow, the block is either A, you are literally separating from each other, or B, you're concentrating on your own independent path. Okay. And so as you're over here for Libra, focusing on your path, your twin flames over here focusing on your path, you're running parallel right now. So you're not necessarily going to merge just yet. That's okay, because you have your own healing path to be on right now. And there's nothing wrong with that. So advice for Libra. What advice do you have for Libra regarding their twin flame this weekend? Look at that. Two queens, Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Cups. This is about creating your life. Oh my gosh. This is literally these two cards right here. Look, let me read to you what the Queen of Cups means. If you could do anything, what would it be? The answer dwells in your heart, not in your mind. For the heart is the gateway to the soul. So the first thing is here, creating a life out of base that is heart-based. So they're telling you, focus on what you want this weekend and creating. This is about creating. Queens create, okay? So we are creating this weekend, and we are being very creative and imaginative and seeking freedom through what our heart wants, okay? The other thing is right here, that Queen of Pentacles. There she is, right there. She is the queen who creates freedom through financial freedom and independence. She is financially independent because she's taken the time to do the hard work to create financial independence, and that financial independence gives her freedom to live her life on her own terms. So this is what this is about, creating freedom and creating life on your own terms. That's heart-focused, heart-centered, and not letting your ego or your parents or your wife or your boss dictate what your life really looks like. It's your turn to step up, Libra. And this is we're still in that beautiful Virgo sun. We just came out of that Virgo new moon a couple days ago. This is a perfect time to really be focusing on nose down, and how's this last quarter of this year going to look? How can you get further than you've ever been? This isn't talking about that hustle culture or the grind. What can you do to spiritually advance yourself? What can you do to manifest what you want? If you put your nose down and made the effort, how much further could you be from where you are right now 90 days from now? That's what this is about right now. It's about focusing on creating an action plan, a game plan, and really walking away from the parts of your life that are no longer serving you, okay? All right, so how can Libra and their twin move from the shadow to the light? What advice do we have for Libra to help them and their twin move away from this block? There you go, Libra, Ace of Wands. This is literally the hand of God giving you divine inspiration. And that's what this means. It means let go of worries, doubts, and fears and stand there and be imaginative. Focus on creating. Just really, what if you could be anything, if you could go anywhere, if you could do anything, what would that be? This is the spark of inspiration that's coming to give you freedom, that's coming to give you the courage to walk away from the things that no longer serves you, and the spark of your inspiration that's coming to help you create a life that is heart-centered, heart-focused, but also that is financially stable and independent, long-lasting, and sustainable. That is freaking awesome. So if you are in union with your twin flame this weekend, Libra, this is a very good time to do some goal casting, some dream setting, really fortune. Like think about, what do we want to be? Where do we want to be in 90 days, a year, 6 months, 5 years? What is our plan? And make the plans and really get to figuring this out and working together, okay, to create freedom together, okay? Those of you who are not in union, this is maybe not the best weekend to focus on union. Focus on your own individual freedom. And those of you who have been in union and are separate, this is maybe not the best weekend to focus on going into union unless that union is the two of you coming together to create freedom, okay? All right, Libra, I am so glad that you were here. Be sure to give me a thumbs up or subscribe because now it is Scorpio's turn. Scorpio up first. You are going to look at the Lover's Oracle. Here we go. Angels, ancestors, guardians, guys, tell me, what is the energy Scorpio brings to the twin flame relationship the weekend of September 10th through the 12th? We're going to take this and the two that fell on the floor going back into the pile. All right. So you got two cards, Scorpio. You're the first one to get two piles. The first one is a message for you. I'm thinking of you this very moment. Your love fills me with light. I love you. The second card says, beware of what you are projecting, for the qualities you admire in one person and one another are qualities you both possess. Equally so, the qualities you don't like are also your own reflection. Well, this is some pretty pure twin flame messaging here. It feels like you are going to be spending the weekend mirroring your twin a lot. So be careful your thoughts, be careful your words, because what you put out is what you're going to be getting out back this weekend. And then understand that, look, it says a message for you. I'm thinking of you this very moment. Your love fills me with light. I love you. That needs to be the message that you are projecting this weekend. I love you. You fill me with light. You make me feel good. That's the message, because be aware that whatever message you put out is what you're going to be receiving back. So what would you like to feel? Would you like to be full of love and light, or would you like to be full of things that you don't want? That's your choice this weekend, Scorpio, okay? I'm going to sip of tea. And let's look at your twin flame. We're going to look at the healing with the Angels Oracle. Here we go. Angels, ancestors, guardians, and guides, tell me about Scorpio's twin flame for the weekend of September 10th through the 12th, 2021. What can Scorpio expect from the energies of their twin flame this weekend, please? Thank you. Miracles. Miracles. So this is that miraculous moment some of you have been waiting for. This is the time has come. There is a very good chance for those of you who have given up on ever even knowing your twin flame, or those of you who have known your twin flame but you're no longer in union and you've just given up, this is never going to happen, it wasn't meant to be. I think you might be surprised. This is the weekend to expect miracles. you know, if it didn't work out in the past, a lot of it is because you had lessons to learn. You didn't realize you were both projecting onto each other. You were both, there's the reason the twins come together is so that you can grow, so that your souls can evolve through the mutual relationship you share, help each other mutually evolve and mutually grow and mutually, you know, get to that enlightenment, right? And so very often though, we're not understanding that we're mirroring and we're projecting, and instead we're not remembering that, yo, at the end of the day, I love you. You're half my soul. You're literally the thing I love so much. I don't know why I'm being this way. And so for some of you, you've just given up. You've completely given up. It's like this relationship is never coming. This is the weekend it is. For those of you who threw that relationship away because you kept mirroring each other and that projection was just too much. It was too much to handle. And this, you couldn't put love at the center. This is the weekend that miracle comes around where both of you remember something very important, that your love fills me with light and I love you. This is the miracle. For those of you who are in union, this is a very important message, Scorpio, to behave, to be aware of your behavior, because you are going to project a lot and mirror a lot this weekend. Put love first, but know that your partner is, your twin flame is really bringing in an energy, an energetic pull to them that's going to be attracting to you. This is it feels like they are really working on manifesting your twins, regardless whether you're in a union or not. Scorpio, it feels like your twins been working on manifesting. And so don't be surprised when they manifest some kind of miracle they've been working on, that you get the energy. Even if you're not in union, all of a sudden you just get this just like overwhelming feeling of love and happiness, and just out of nowhere this weekend. That's because you are connected at a soul level. Separation is an illusion. You are always with your twin, no matter whether you are physically or not. Okay. All right. So let's see what is going on. What is the shadow coming between you and your twin? Let's look at the Modern Witch Tarot, Scorpio. Angels, ancestors, guardians, guides, tell me about Scorpio and their twin flame this weekend. What can Scorpio expect from their twin flame, and what kind of shadow and blocks are coming between them, and what can Scorpio do to move past that? Thank you, Spirit. All right, what is the shadow or the block coming between Scorpio and their twin flame the weekend of September 10th through the 12th? Queen of Swords. This is funny because Libra pulled this too, not as a shadow, but as the advice. So this is actually Aquarius, or just air signs, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. The Queen of Swords here, we're talking about understanding. She is the queen who creates a life based on her understanding. So no, it wasn't you. It was Libra that had that card. I was thinking this was a card. It says, I love you. Your love fills me with light. And so the whole idea here is to have this higher perspective, is to, wait, no, it is this card. Yeah, I'm thinking of you this very moment. Your love fills me with light. I don't know why I didn't read the back of that. Anyway, because I saw a message for you and I wasn't reading it. Anyhow, this right here is the misunderstanding. This is not understanding where the other person is coming from. You know, beware of what you're projecting. And this is what this is. This is the misunderstanding. This is swords. Swords is very fast moving energy. Okay. And so what happens very often when the sword shows up, because the energy is moving so fast, we have a tendency to miscommunicate, misunderstand. And then there's arguments, conflict, things like that. And so they're saying, please be careful with what you're projecting on each other, because there's going to be some misunderstanding, okay, some miscommunication. So advice for Scorpio. What advice do we have for Scorpio regarding the twin flame relationship this weekend? Please, Spirit, advice for Scorpio regarding the twin flames. Look at that. The second queen is showing back up, the Queen of Cups. So again, this is about what you are creating, okay? And together, you know, the miracles that you are creating together. And so do you want this to be heart-based, or do you want it to be something that's ego-based? And so that's the point here. Focus on the fact that you love this person. You want to create a life for this person. You know, your love fills me with light. I love you. So the life that you want to create is with this person, the person that you love so much. So in order to create that life with that person, you're going to have to work on understanding their perspective and not projecting yours all the time onto them, Scorpio. You're going to have to try to hear them more. The better you try to listen, the more they're going to be able to manifest in this miraculous energy that's going to help move you both forward much quicker, okay? I feel like this is kind of a quantum jump that they're trying to manifest here on your timeline. And the only thing getting between them manifesting that quantum leap, where they are and where they want to be, is projection between the two of you, okay? And forgetting that love needs to be at the center of all things, all right? So how can Scorpio and their twin move from the shadow to the light? What advice do we have for Scorpio to help release this block between them and their shadow, or the twin flame, this weekend of September 10th and through the 12th? The Six of Cups. What a perfect card for this one. The Six of Cups. You get your needs are being met. This is the card of, I call puppy love, okay? This is the puppy love card. And so when this card comes up, you remember when you first fell in love with that person, you kind of had a crush on them, and, it was just all hearts and roses and starry eyes, that sweet romantic feeling. We need to get back to that, okay? We need to temper all of our words with love. Your love fills me with light. I love you. We need to go back to putting the other person's feelings first and giving them more than we are giving ourselves this weekend. Put the other person first this weekend. Put the other person's feelings first. Don't put your feelings ahead of them. Understand that you could be projecting not just the qualities you admire, but also the qualities that you don't like, and you reflect that back and project that onto them. So leave room for miracles. Be open to love. Put at the center of your relationship love, and creating a life based on love and understanding. Look at it from their perspective this weekend. This is a very cerebral experience. This is Aquarius here. So stand outside the fire for a minute, Scorpio, and try to see the bigger picture. All right. Okay, Scorpio, I hope that you liked this. If you did, give me a thumbs up or subscribe, because you know whose turn it is now. A Sagittarius. I've been waiting for this one, Sagittarius. Let's go. Let me get a sip of tea. All right, Sagittarius. We are going to start with the Lover's Oracle. Here we go. Angels, ancestors, guardians, guys, tell me about Sagittarius. What is the energy Sagittarius brings to the twin flame relationship the weekend of September 10th through the 12th, 2021? They got the exact same cards as Scorpio. Since they are together, I'm going to go ahead and separate them. Shuffle it one more time. It's funny, I said time, and look what landed on the table. Time. You are trying too hard. Give it time. Sagittarius, this is one of those things where if you'll just stop thinking about it so much, stop trying so hard, just let things be, you might be surprised. That's when it'll all work out. I'm telling you, as a Sagittarius, let me just give an example of a perfect example in my life. Going to be a little personal here, but it is a perfect example. My husband and I tried for 3 years to conceive my son, and we were told that would never happen. We would never have a child, and that was just not going to happen, okay? So we went through all the different, medical procedures to get pregnant. None of that worked, and we gave up. And we decided, because we were pretty young, we were only 25 at the time, and we decided, let's stop for now and wait, save up our money, and when we get closer to 30, we will try for IVF, because it's kind of expensive. So we stopped. The very month that we stopped trying to conceive was the month that we got pregnant. So with my son, and here he is 18 years later. So that's my point. You're trying too hard, Sagittarius. Give it time. Give it time. So for those of you who are in separation, this is not the time. You're not going to probably be coming back in the union. For those of you who have not met your twin, stop thinking about it so much. Stop thinking about it. Let life surprise you. Let them find you. For those of you who are in union, it could be that you're trying to accomplish something, trying to push your twin. Dial it back a little bit. Quit trying so hard. Maybe give it a little bit more time. Rest and relax this weekend, Sagittarius, okay? So let's look at your twin flames cards. We're going to look at healing with the angels. Angels, ancestors, guardians, guys, tell me about Sagittarius' twin flames. What do we need to know about the twin flame of Sagittarius for the week of September 10th through the 12th, 2021? You'll see how fast that flipped. Truth, and I thought it said time at first. I kind of was laughing about it. Truth and integrity. So they are searching for their truth. They are standing in their own integrity. And so probably a little bit of what I'm hearing here is this is a very specific message for just one of you to begin with. I'll get to a broader message for the rest of us, but for one of you, what I'm hearing is Sagittarius. I understand that we are often not here for the long time. We're just here for the good time. But when it comes to your twin flame, you're going to have to be in it for the long haul, okay? There is no such thing as separation from your twin. That's just an illusion. You are always with your twin. You're always connected at a soul level, okay? So the thing is, Sagittarius, I know we like to kind of screw our life up a little bit by going out and being a little bit, you know, life's fun. Let's go enjoy it. And such, Sagittarians aren't always known to be extra reliable. Now, I find that to be only true when we're not with the right partner, when we're with people who don't understand and give us space and let us be who we are. When you're with somebody who allows you to be your true essence, Sagittarius, you're loyal as hell. You know, that's just a big lie that it's been told, you know, about Sagittarians. But here's what I'm going to say about that big lie. I think at some point, Sagittarius, when it came to your, at least from one of you, when it came to your twin flame, you weren't ready. And I think that you may have pushed them away. And in fact, I think that you may have pushed them away by telling a lie. You may have been a little bit untruthful, a little dishonest, and that is caught up to you, okay? Truth and integrity. And so this, like I said, I just feel like this is just for one of you. I definitely don't feel like this is for all of us. I know this doesn't apply to me, okay? But I definitely think this is for one of you. They're telling you, I need you to be honest and you need to stand in your integrity. And you're like, but I just want to come back. And they're telling you, it's going to take time. It's going to take time for me to trust you again. Okay. You lied, you were dishonest, and I need to be able to trust you again. And that's going to take time. Okay. Now, for the rest of us, because this is definitely not my story, so I know this is not for everybody. They are trying to find their truth. They're trying to stand in their integrity. What is happening here is, you know, for those of you who, especially those of you who are not in union, whether you've ever met them before or not, regardless, your twin has to, they're working through some stuff right now. They're trying to figure out their truth. They are trying to figure out how to stand in their truth and how to stand in their fullest self-expression. Okay. And that's what this is. They're working through some stuff right now. Just give it time. For those of you who are in union, you may feel a little bit of a pullback from your twin. And that's what this is. This is not about you. It's literally, this has nothing to do with you. Just give them some time. They are working on their own truth, their own self-expression, their own integrity. Just give them, you know, let them be seen, let them be heard, hold space for them to be who they are becoming. And just give it time. This will work out. Okay, Sagittarius? So let's look at the Modern Witch Tarot. Let's see what is going on with this relationship. Angels, ancestors, guardians, guides, what is going on with Sagittarius and their twin flame the weekend of September 10th through the 12th, 2021? What is going on with Sagittarius? Wow. That is just too many, Sagittarius. Spirit's like a whole lot. I got to tell you all the things. No. What is the shadow coming between Sagittarius and their twin flame this weekend? All right. Oh, yeah. 7 of Cups, 5 of Wands. There has been some indecision, some confusion, some overwhelming choices to be made that has led to some conflict. Hang on just one second, Sagittarius. And my phone is ringing. I have to hang on. My apologies, Sagittarius. It was a doctor's phone call. You know, you can't skip those because you'll never get back on the phone if you don't answer it. My apologies. So here's what's going on. There has definitely been a struggle, a conflict, something like this. For, like I said, for one of you specifically, it feels like you definitely told a lie to your twin and they're struggling with that, struggling to decide how to handle this, what to do, okay? For those of you who that's not the case, okay? It could be that your twin is trying to figure out their fullest self-expression. They're really working through their own truth, their own integrity, and you need to give them time. And so that's what's happening. They're struggling with figuring out who they are. They could be doing shadow work, and shadow work can be very overwhelming, can be very confusing. And so this is just one of those things where they are really struggling. There's a lot of conflicting energy coming from them and between the two of you. It's causing some confusion and some overwhelming energy, all right? So advice for Sagittarius. What can the Sagittarius do to help this weekend with their twin flame? Page of Pentacles. Focus on your path right now. Like I said, this is about Sagittarius. You need to give them time, okay? You're trying too hard. Give it some time. They are focusing on their path, so you should be focusing on yours. Remember, just like I said, the minute you stop worrying about something, almost always is when it gets fixed. Exactly. Focus on the path that you are taking and where you're going. In fact, maybe you want to, because this is the page, these are new paths that are coming forward. So maybe it's time for you to look for your new path forward, especially for those of you who this is about. You maybe messed up, maybe were dishonest, they need a little bit of time. This is your message that it's time for you to move on to your path. This is not about them anymore. It's about you, okay? It's about you going onto a different path without them for now. This is not forever, but this is for now. You've got to give it some time. And so maybe it's time for you to move on, Sagittarius. For those of you, you know exactly who this is for. Like I said, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Those of you who it's not time for you to move on, this is about focusing on your path and where you're headed, okay? Okay, so advice for Sagittarius and their twin flame. What can be done to move Sagittarius and their twin from the shadow to the light this weekend, please, Spirit? What can be done to move Sagittarius and their twin from the shadow to the light, from help release these blocks between them this weekend? Please, Spirit, what can Sagittarius and their twin do? My goodness. Queen of Swords and Queen of Cups landed on the ground, and the reason why I say that is because the last two readings got both of those cards. Those two really are coming out strong this weekend. I think I saw a card flip. Yep, I sure did. What'd you get? Ooh, got a couple cards. There you go. Yeah, the Page of Swords, the Nine of Swords, and the Four of Pentacles. This is the weekend. I mean, literally and truly, this is about you needing to give it time, Sagittarius, to allow them to deal with whatever it is they're dealing with, whether it was your dishonesty or whether this has nothing to do with you at all. They are dealing with their own self. They are just having to figure out what their truth is, what their who they are. Literally, how are they in alignment with themselves and the path that they're moving on? But for those of you who did tell a lie, there it is, right there in the middle of the Nine of Swords. Your twin is still dealing, this is the fallout of that. And so they're kind of holding back a little bit. They're still not sure that they're ready to move forward. For those of you who that's not the truth, this is just about your twin, not about you, and they're figuring themselves out. That's what's happening. They're trying to figure out what parts of themselves are the valuable parts and what parts of themselves are keeping them from their truth. And they are really, this is the weekend where they are focusing on waking up to their new truth, to their new path. And so for both of you, as you give your twin time and space and allow them to heal no matter what the situation is, Sagittarius, this is definitely not the weekend to be pushing your twin, not to be, if you know you've been wanting to reach out to them, you haven't had contact. I wouldn't. This is not the weekend. This is about you looking at your shadow, Sagittarius, you too, and really asking, where have I added conflict that wasn't necessary? Where have I caused confusion that wasn't necessary in my own world? This is not even necessarily about with your twin, but within my own life. How am I causing scenarios that are just unnecessary? You know, so many of us grew up in households where all we had were emotionally immature people, raising us, and so they based all their behaviors and responses were emotionally based. They weren't logically thought. They weren't calm, reasonable. They were just, reacting. And when you grow up in that kind of energy, you have a tendency to, when you get to peace, when you finally get to peace, peace can kind of feel like something you're not sure if you really want, because all you've ever known is chaos. All right. So for you, Sagittarius, and I'm saying this, I think, especially even to me, this is what this is starting to recognize, where in my life am I creating unnecessary chaos and making it, why do I keep pulling it back to me? Where am I causing unnecessary chaos and drama and just energy that I don't need to be dealing with? And how can I move past that? What need of mine is not being met? Where am I not being seen, and where am I not being heard? And what do I need to do to look at, the ways I invite unnecessary energy into my life, and how can I not do that again? What is the path that I need to choose that's different this time? Okay, Sagittarius? All right. I hope that you enjoyed that. Be sure to give me a thumbs up and subscribe. Sagittarius, because now it is time for you, Capricorn. Let me get a sip of tea. All right. 3, 4, 5. All right, here we go, Capricorn. We're going to start with the Lover's Oracle. Angels, ancestors, guardians, guides. What is the energy Capricorn brings to the relationship with their twin flame the week of September 10th through the 12th, 2021? What is the energy Capricorn brings to the twin flame relationship? Don't make decisions based on guilt or what you think you should do, for it is only in being true to yourself that you can be true to others. This is actually Archangel Michael here showing up. So your angels are showing up for you this week in Capricorn. They're letting you know you're not walking through this experience by yourself. You have their guidance and their support. Just call upon them. They're always there, but they cannot interfere unless you ask and give them permission to. So please remember that. But they're telling you, what decisions are you doing? Are you weighing upon your mind this weekend that you're doing because you think you should do? What are you doing out of guilt to others? What are you doing because it's your obligation and responsibility? Okay, because it's only when you're being true to yourself. You can't be true to other people. You cannot be faithful to other people if you're not being true and faithful to yourself. Okay, so how are you being unfaithful to yourself? Every single time you're being unfaithful to yourself is how it's going to play out and outside of you. As you're unfaithful to yourself, you will in return do the same thing to your friends and family. And so do you want to do that to your twin flame? I'm sure you don't. So how are you reacting and behaving out of guilt and expectations of what others think you should do? What part of your life do you need to surrender and make your own this weekend, Capricorn? All right, let's look at your twin flame. Let's look at healing with the angels. Angels, ancestors, guardians, guides. Tell me about Capricorn's twin flame. What is the energy Capricorn's twin flame brings to their relationship the weekend of September 10th through the 12th, 2021? We have music and listening. So it could be that y'all are going to a concert. Could be that you're going to be listening to just a lot of music, maybe getting a new album. I don't know. What do you kids listen to these days? Downloads, streams? What do y'all do? I don't know. I was going to say CD, record, album. I don't know. Maybe you're listening to music together, or maybe they are just really spending the time they're going to invite you out to a concert or event together. But something I want to say is it says don't make decisions based on guilt or what you think you should do. So this is very specific just for one, I think, Capricorn. But if your twin flame invites you to listen to music somewhere and you don't want to, you don't have to. This is your permission to say no. You don't have to, okay? You could say no and it's not going to hurt their feelings. Now, having said that, it feels like there's a conversation you and your twin need to have this week in Capricorn. It feels like there's behaviors that you are doing out of what you're expected to behave like and choices you're making out of guilt that are not congruent with who you truly are. And I think that your twin wants to have this conversation and they're willing to listen to you if you are willing to have this conversation with them. But the reason I think music came up is because I think this conversation may get started over a song. You know, you could both be listening to music and that's when you realize this conversation gets started. Like, you know, at a song is whatever it has to do with your subject, you know, that you need to talk to them about. You know, hey, I really don't want to go here. Hey, I really don't want to do this thing. I'm only doing it because it's expected of me or because, you know, it would make such and such happy, it would make you happy, but it doesn't make me happy. I really don't want to do that. Your partner is very willing to listen. If you have a hard time finding the words to express, go to music. Try to find a song that can express it and use that as a jumping point to have this conversation. Okay, Capricorn? All right, let's look at the Modern Witch Tarot. Angels, ancestors, guardians, guides. What is the energy between Capricorn and their twin flame the weekend of September 10th through the 12th, 2021? What is the shadow coming between Capricorn and their twin flame this weekend, please, Spirit? What are the blocks that Capricorn and the twin flame need to deal with? 9 of Cups, a little bit of selfishness, and Page of Cups. Okay, so I am right in a sense. I think that at least one of you is going to be invited out by your twin flame to go listen to music, a concert, something like that, play. and it's going to be a surprise. And they may even try to surprise you this weekend, and you're like, I don't necessarily want to. And this may come down to an argument where they're like, well, you're just being selfish. You don't ever do, here I am trying to do something nice for you, trying to surprise you. And if it's not what you want, then it's not what we're going to do. And, I went through all this trouble to do something nice. And this is one of those moments where you're going to have to explain, it's not about us. It's about, I'm trying not to do anything that I feel guilt that I'm doing out of obligation. I just realized how that sounds though. I'm like, though, if your partner actually goes and buys you tickets and they're doing something because they think they're being nice, it's not like you're like, well, I don't want to because it's not what I want. Well, what about what they want? Okay, so that's the conversation you're probably going to have. That's definitely the conversation you're going to have. Well, okay, that's not what you want, but can we meet halfway? Maybe we go to this concert just half the concert, or maybe we come in a little bit late, so we miss the opening act, so we don't have to be there the whole time, or maybe, we go to this concert and afterwards we go out and have dessert, or, something like that. Just some kind of compromise here. But what I do think that what's going to be coming up is there's something that they are, regardless, whether it's music or not, your twin is going to be is coming forward with an offer that you don't see coming. They're going to do something nice for you, perhaps, or even just reach out and contact you. And you are going to be like, I don't want it. This isn't what I want, kind of energy. And they are going to be willing to listen to you about why, but you have to make sure you're expressing this correctly. You need to say that this is a decision that you feel like you're making based on guilt or what you think you should do, and that you're not being true to yourself. That this is not you being stubborn or childish or what is the word I'm trying to say? Not narcissistic, but just self-involved, but this is something that genuinely is something that you don't want to do. It's not incongruent with you, this is not, and sweet and it's kind and it's wonderful that they thought of you, but this is literally never something you would want to be, or do or go. This is going to open the door for conversation. This little generous gift that they're going to surprise you with is going to open the door, and they are going to be willing to listen. So be true to yourself you don't have to be mean. You don't have to, but Capricorn, this is really speak your truth. Okay. Advice for Capricorn. What advice do we have for Capricorn regarding the twin flame relationship this weekend? Page of Wands. Look at all these pages. Page of Cups, now Page of Wands. This is the page who seeks their desires. And so that's what they're trying to say. You need to speak up and speak truth to your desires. This is, yes, it was super sweet of them to try to surprise you and very thoughtful. And they thought this is something you would want. But, but they are willing to listen. They're definitely willing to listen. And in fact, I think part of the thing about the music is harmony. They just want to be in harmony with you. They want to listen to you, and they want your lives to harmonize. And so they're willing to be open to these conversations where you explain, no, this is not my desire. This is not the path that I would take. That's not the path I desire. It's really kind of you. That's not me. And so I think this is a really good weekend to sit down and conversate and discuss these things with your twin flame. All right, advice for Capricorn. How can they move with their twin flame from the shadow to the light this weekend? Nine of Pentacles. Look, you got the Nine of Cups, the Nine of Pentacles, the Page of Wands, and the Page of Cups. This is that luxury. This is that getting, not just you reap what you sow, but this is very luxury, very rich card. And so you're both going to get what you want if you will both be willing to listen and to really focus on harmonizing. In other words, not trying to just push, I want what I want because I want it, but what can I do for both of us to be on a path moving towards what we both desire so that we can get every single thing we want, so that we can live this life in harmony and richness together, and abundance and prosperity together. So this is a very, very important weekend to spend time talking, to spend time listening to understand, Capricorn. This is a very, very big weekend. Focus on listening to understand. All right, Capricorn, if you enjoyed this, be sure to give me a thumbs up or subscribe, because now it is Aquarius's turn. Let me get a quick sip. I can't believe we're almost at an hour. All right, here we go. Aquarius. What is the energy Aquarius brings to the table with a twin flame this weekend? There you go. Trust. Transformation occurs through acceptance. Once you accept the current situation, it will automatically transform. So it's trust. Trust is a big thing, and trust is very hard for a lot of people, especially when the trust has been broken, and especially in a relationship where your trust has been tested. And so, Aquarius, if your trust has been tested, they're asking you to please stand in acceptance with trust and allow that transformation to occur for this relationship. The only way the relationship can heal and can transform past is that you're going to have to, have acceptance. This is something that you can trust. You're going to have to accept that you can trust this moment. And that's what they're asking you. Give a little bit of acceptance and allow transformation to occur. Because when you can accept a transformation, or you can accept a situation fully, that's when transformation is the greatest. So let's see what's going on with your twin Aquarius. We're going to look at healing with the angels. Angels, ancestors, guardians, gods. What is the energy Aquarius's twin flame brings to the relationship of September 10th through the 12th, 2021? What is the energy of Aquarius's twin flame this weekend? Thank you, Spirit. New beginnings, right? Okay, so this is definitely what I'm seeing. There is change that is and transformation that is occurring through trust and acceptance, and allowing transformation to occur on both of your sides. So it feels like for some of you who have been in union, this is a weekend where you can have a new beginning, a new fresh start. For those of you who have never been in union, this is definitely a weekend to trust what's coming and transfer and allow your life to transform as you trust it. And for those of you who are already in union, there's definitely been a lot of individual time where here lately the divine masculine, divine feminine have been focusing on their own shadow. So it feels like this is an opportunity to allow for new beginnings and new transformations to come into this relationship. Breathe a breath of fresh air into it, Aquarius. All right. So let's look at the Modern Witch Tarot. Angels, ancestors, guardians, gods. What is the shadow or the block coming between Aquarius and their twin flame the weekend of September 10th through the 12th, 2021? What is the shadow or the block getting between Aquarius? Look, there you are, Aquarius. The Four of Swords. So there is definitely a new beginning that is coming when you allow for healing to occur. Once you accept the current situation, it will automatically transform and heal itself. Okay, so that's what's happening. There is new beginnings that come once the two of you allow healing. Okay, this is about just accepting and trusting. I think this is new beginnings that come after trust is being reestablished. For some of you, Aquarius, you or your twin flames, trust was broken, but the good news is new beginnings are on the way. There has been healing, and there is the opportunity for the Aquarius to start to begin again. So, advice for Aquarius. Spirit, what would you like to tell Aquarius? What does Aquarius need to know this weekend? You are just all over the table, Aquarius. Look, there you are again. The Star and the Seven of Wands. So they're telling you to not only focus on your own healing, but stop your excuses. There is no more excuses. The time has run out on excuses, Aquarius. It's time for you to stand still. It's time for you to heal, okay? No more excuses. The time has come for you to heal, Aquarius, okay? As you allow yourself to heal, this relationship heal, transformations naturally occur and new beginnings are on the horizon, okay? So what advice do we have to help Aquarius and the twin flame move from the shadow to the light this weekend? What do they need to know? The King of Wands and Strength. Okay, so there is Leo. Some of you may be in union with a Leo, and this is Leo twice. The King of Wands is Leo as well. So you will be solving the problem. You will find the strength to reestablish trust, to have acceptance, faith, and hope come back to you. And this relationship is not over. There is a strong new beginning. Solutions are on the table. You know, this is the Phoenix. This is the relationship of the Phoenix. I definitely get this Phoenix energy here, Aquarius. You will be rising from the ashes. This will be a new beginning, a new trust will begin. All right, Aquarius, I hope that you enjoyed this. Please give me a thumbs up or subscribe, because now it is time for Pisces. Pisces, up first, you are going to look at the Lover's Oracle. Angels, ancestors, guardians, guides. What is the energy Pisces brings to the relationship with their twin flame? My word. With their twin flame. But only one card landed on the ground, so we're going to take that one card. And I love this card. It's one of my favorite cards in this deck. Acceptance is the key to inner peace. At times, we must accept things as they are. There is no point in trying to change that which is beyond our control. You know, my best friend has a saying, you can only control what you can control. And that's the point here, Pisces. Pisces, you know, you feel things very, very, very deeply. And as such, you have a tendency to want to help, to want to be involved, to want to do, I mean, Pisces, you're known to give the shirt off your back to a stranger who needs it, okay? That's you. But you can't control everything, and some things are beyond your control, and some circumstances are way beyond your control. And that's the key. You're going to have, this is this is the weekend where you're going to have to make acceptance the center point of your weekend. Acceptance is the key to inner peace. We must accept things as they are. There is no point in trying to change that which is beyond our control, and including our relationship with our twin flames. This is not the weekend to work on changing things too much or putting labels on it. Just be still and accept what it is this weekend. Make peace with that. When you can make peace and trust that it is what it is, and you are exactly where you're supposed to be, things are always working out for you. So this is exactly what is supposed to be happening. When you can make trust and accept that peace, I mean to say, when you make peace and trust that you are exactly where you're supposed to be, and make acceptance with that and make peace with that, then things can change. But not until then. If you keep trying to buck against it, it's just never going to change. It's just waiting for you to calm down, settle down, quit putting your energy and expectations in front of what's trying to come, and allow what is to come, okay? Acceptance is the key to inner peace. All right, so what is going on with your twin flame this weekend? We are going to look at healing with the angels. Angels, ancestors, guardians, and guides. What is going on with Pisces twin flame this weekend? What does Pisces need to know about the relationship with their twin flame the weekend of September 10th through the 12th? Divine guidance. Exactly. Look how you both got these beautiful archangels in your pictures. Look at you mirroring each other, Pisces. So this is about accepting things for you and being divinely guided and divinely led. And so when we accept things, we're not trying to put our expectations on them, right, Pisces? So if you're not putting your expectations on anything, then you are open to being divinely guided. That's the point. Both of you this weekend, it's about shutting out that ego and tuning into the soul for guidance for the next step of what to take. So I'm not sure if you are in union or if you're not, or if you're coming into union or if you're not, but this is about both of you telling that ego to take a hike this weekend and tuning in very, very all the way in to that soul, to hear that divine guidance, to get that intuitive knowledge. All right, so let's look at the Modern Witches Tarot. Here we go. Angels, ancestors, guardians, and guides. What is the energy between Pisces and their twin flame the weekend of September 10th through the 12th, 2021? So what are the blocks or shadows coming between Pisces and their twin flame this weekend? You've got the 9 of Swords and the 6 of Cups. This is old childhood trauma, wounds, and shadows. This is unhealed childhood or young adult, but most likely early childhood trauma, shadows, and wounds, unhealed issues from your family, from your childhood, from your parents. It could be limiting beliefs, thought forms, habits, and toxic patterns that you took in from your family, from your parents in childhood. You know, you could believe, there's a lot of negative things that people believe about other people that we took in from our parents. And this is what this is. These are The shadow. This is the shadow getting between the two of you. And this is the weekend where you are supposed to be seeking divine guidance and how to let things go. Honestly, it feels like for some of you, this, it says acceptance is the key to change. For some of you, it feels like this has to do with your parents, and you're dealing with just issues with them, with your family that's keeping you up at night, and those energy is getting between you and your twin flame. For some of you, especially, like I'm saying this is, I grew up this way. If you grew up in a very chaotic household where life was just always just like these really high intense energy and emotions all the time, people were yelling and just there was anger and stuff like that. When you get peace as an adult, it's just not comfortable. It's not normal. And so you will cause chaos and you'll cause all these problems because that feels familiar. And that could be what this is too. For some of you, you grew up in such chaotic environments that it's hard to make peace and be accepting of where you are. And so they're asking you to please seek divine guidance and support to help you move past these shadows, move past these unhealed traumas, these, unexamined toxic beliefs, thought forms, patterns that we have, and deal with them. This is the weekend to really seek divine guidance and to help heal that childhood trauma and shadow that needs to be dealt with, because this is between both of you. Both of you have childhood shadow and trauma coming between you. All right, advice for Pisces. What advice do we have for Pisces for the twin flame relationship this weekend, September 10th through the 12th? What advice do we have for Pisces? We have the sun. Exactly. There is Leo popping up. Pisces, this is about standing in your truth, standing in your fullest and highest self-expression. The thing about the sun is a lot of people think this little girl is riding this horse in front of a wall, but that is not true. She broke through the wall. She literally broke through the wall, okay? She busted through that barrier that was holding her back, and that's the point. Your childhood trauma, your childhood shadows, your childhood unhealed wounds are what is getting between the two of you, and that is the wall that you're going to have to break through. This is the wall of enlightenment that you're going to have to focus on this week in Pisces. What from your parents, your childhood, what is it? Beliefs, behaviors, thought forms that you are holding on to. What behavior do you have that you got from your parents that you really should probably stop doing? Start there, Pisces. Start there. Okay, this is the same for them too. Your twin needs to seek divine guidance, because that's what this is. This is the sun. Think about in Christianity, the sun is Jesus. Divine guidance, okay? So this is about seeking divine guidance to help you break through that wall that is blocking the two of you, all right? So how can Pisces and their twin flame move from the shadow to the light? Advice to help Pisces and their shadow, or their twin flame, move past these blocks, this wall. Ace of Cups. Pour some love on it, baby. This is about focusing on loving yourself first. The first love should always be you and yourself. Learn how to love yourself first. Where are you not loving yourself? Where have you not done the work? Where do you have toxic beliefs, toxic habits, toxic thought forms, or toxic habits, thoughts, beliefs, and patterns that you keep repeating in your life over and over and over and over and over that you know are not good for you, that you got in your childhood? This is the time to pour a whole big dose of grace, love, empathy, sympathy, understanding onto it and get the work done. This is the weekend, Pisces. You and your twin flame, whether together or not, need to be doing what we call in the woo-woo world, the work. Okay? All right, Pisces, I hope that you enjoyed this. Be sure you give me a thumbs up or subscribe, because now it is Aries' turn. Okay, Aries, let's do this. We are going to begin with the Lover's Oracle for you. Angels, ancestors, guardians, guides. What is the energy Aries brings to the twin flame relationship this weekend? Only time will tell. Only time will tell. I like how that even looks like the twin flames. Like you've got the divine feminine on this side and the divine masculine over here. Only time will tell. So this is telling you, Aries, that whatever's going on between you and your twin flame, this is a matter of timing, and probably and most likely, this is not going to be the weekend you're going to get the answers to it, okay? So let's find out. Let's look at your twin flame. We're going to look at the Healing with the Angels Oracle. Angels, ancestors, guardians, God. What is the energy Aries twin flame brings to their relationship this weekend, the weekend of September 10th through the 12th, 2021. What is the energy Aries twin flame brings to the relationship? Intention. Exactly. So they are really focusing on their intentions and setting their intentions for what they want going forward in their life, and not only in their life, but in their relationship, in their twin flame relationship. So they're really focusing on their intentions, and then you have only time will tell. So really and truly, only time will tell whether their intentions turn out. But here's the more important thing. Only time will tell whether the two of you are in alignment so that you are both working towards the same intention, okay? The thing is, as twins, you have a mission, you know, Aries, you have a purpose that you serve with your twin flame. You're supposed to be on this mission together. So the question is are you serving the same intention? Only time will tell, but do you even know who your twin flame is? And if you don't, maybe this is the weekend that you should be setting the intention to finally meet, you know, sometime in the near future, the twin. For those of you who don't know, or those of you who do know your twin, you know, maybe you're separated, this is the time to ask for, you know, it's the intention. My intention is know when is the time right to come back in union. And then for those of you who are in union, it is the time for you to set your intentions to continue to grow this union, okay? All right, so what is the block? Let's find out. We're going to look at the Modern Witch Tarot. Angels, ancestors, guardians, gods, what is the block or the shadow coming between Aries and their twin flame the weekend of September 10th through the 12th, 2021? What is the shadow or the block coming between Aries and their twin flame this weekend, please? Spirit. We got a lot. We got the Three of Pentacles, the Knight of Cups, the Queen of Cups. So one of you is trying to come forward to the other to offer them their heart. You want to, you know, very much with the intention of having this relationship of creating a life together, but you see how they've got their backs to each other. So even though it is your intention to create this relationship and to work together, it is your intention to co-create, the Three of Pentacles, you know, coming forward and asking this person to co-create with you. Only time will tell is the point here. Are you both in alignment? That's the key. Are you facing each other? In other words, are you in alignment, or do you have your backs to each other? Okay. It did land. I am incorrect. It did say they had their backs to each other. This is how it came out. I was just picked it up wrong when I picked it up. Regardless, the point here is what is the block? It's teamwork. It's cooperation and co-creation. That's what I'm trying to say. Cooperation and cooperation and co-creation. Why am I having such a hard time with co-creation? Anyway, that's the blockage. There's a literal creative block here, or just the intention to create together is not there yet, okay? And so only time will tell whether this world the two of you are trying to create together, the intention that the two of you have set, only time will tell if it will work, okay? This is a weekend where honestly it feels like you're really focusing on setting intentions and co-creating, but it's, are you in alignment? This is how you're going to find out. This is honestly, basically what I'm hearing is what the two of you co-create together this weekend is going to be a barometer that will tell you where you are in relation to being in alignment together in your relationship. Okay, Aries? So advice for Aries. What does Aries need to know about their twin flame relationship this weekend? The Magician, there you are, Aries, popping up. So yeah, this is definitely the weekend to focus on co-creating and, you know, just being cooperative components of each other's life and trying to create a life together that's based on love and really heart-centered or heart-focused, setting the intention to co-create a life that's based on love. And so this is really, you are just at the center of it this weekend, Aries, okay? This is about creation, about manifestation, but only time will tell if your intentions turn out to be the way they are. So really, that's what I'm trying to say. This is definitely a barometer weekend, all right? To see where you are in alignment and if your intentions are in alignment together, okay? So what advice do we have? How do we help Aries and their twin move from the shadow to the light? How can we remove any blocks that are coming between them this weekend? So here is Libra, the world, Aries. For some of you, your twin could be the Libra, okay? Here, the world, this is about the end of one cycle, the beginning of another. But also, when we talk about the world, you see how she's standing in the center of her world and she's taking a look at her whole world and she's looking at her world and saying what parts work, what parts don't. That's what this is. The advice here is it's not to throw the baby out with the bathwater, okay? This is not about tearing the whole structure down and the two of you recreating it from the ground up. This is, your intention is that you should be co-creating. So what parts of the journey that you're on together are working? Hold on to those and pour a little extra love on that. Focus on manifesting what you want, not on what you don't want. That's what the point of this is. Time will tell if you've got your vibe right, if you're attracting to you together, if you set your intentions correctly, you will. So this is just about looking at your world and taking out what doesn't work, not focusing on what doesn't work, but focusing exclusively on what you are trying to create together and what the both of you bring to the table as you're creating this relationship, okay? Aries, it's honestly, this is a weekend to be very, 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 very clear on your intentions. Do not give 1 second thought to what you don't want, because if you do, that's what you're going to attract, all right? All right, Aries, be sure if you enjoyed this, you give me a thumbs up or subscribe, because now it is time for Taurus. Taurus, we are going to begin with you with the Lover's Oracle. Here we go. Angels, ancestors, guardians, guides, give me a card to represent Taurus in their twin flame relationship. Wow, Taurus, you literally went across the freaking room. Hang on a second. Let's move the table forward because my big old shoe, boat for a shoe, got stuck behind the table. There we go. There we go, Taurus. All right, Spirit, give me a card, please, represent Taurus the weekend of September 10th through the 12th, 2021. There we go. When it comes to matters of the heart, there is no right or wrong. Every choice you make expands your understanding of life and love. And so that is very important message I hear right out the gate. Taurus, you know, we're in Virgo season, which is another earth sign. So we're in that very grounded earth energy. You do very well in this energy, Taurus. But you can be very grounded. You are, in my opinion, the most earthy of all the earth signs. You're very grounded. You have a tendency to see things very black and very white. There's not a lot of gray in your area. And so that's what they're trying to say. Don't assign meaning or anything to a situation as it's happening or to the person, especially to your twin flame. Because when it comes to the matters of your heart, there is no right or wrong. Every choice that you make is expanding your understanding of love and of life. When you are making choices, you're not contracting, you're expanding. So understand it's not right or wrong. And so this is a weekend where you're going to have to learn to let go of those labels, let go of those expectations of how you think somebody else should act, and go with the flow. This is a very difficult thing for you sometimes to do, Taurus. This is really important that you focus on going with the flow, okay? So let's see what's going on with your twin flame. We're going to look at the Healing with the Angels Oracle. Angels, ancestors, guardians, guides, what is the energy surrounding Taurus's twin flame the week of September 10th through the 12th, 2021? What do we need to know about the energies Taurus's twin flame has this weekend and what they're bringing to their relationship with Taurus? New beginnings. Beautiful. So exactly. Let there be new beginnings. Let's, you know, so what if somebody made a mistake in the past? Who cares? It's not good. It's not bad. It's just help you expand your understanding of them and how they present love. And if anything, that also helps them understand their understanding and expand their understanding of life. This is like, hey, that doesn't work, you know, and instead, because you gave them grace and you were understanding and treated them not as they were bad, but you opened up your heart and saw them for the human that they are. So that, because remember, you are too, and you're going to occasionally need people to see you that way as well. If you can see them like that and give them the opportunity, I think that you may be willing to let go of whatever it is that's holding you back from your twin flame, and there is opportunity for a new beginning to come in. This expansion allows for new opportunities to come in. So open up, give grace, and know that it wasn't right or wrong. It was just lessons to be learned. All right, so let's look at the Modern Witch Tarot, Taurus. Angels, ancestors, guardians, and guides. What is the... Wow. Almost lost half the deck there. Good catch with my leg there. What is the energy? Okay, Taurus, you're being a little stubborn, I see. Let's try this again. Angels, ancestors, guardians, guides. What is the energy between Taurus and their twin flame the weekend of September 10th through the 12th, 2021? So what is the shadow coming between Taurus and their twin flame? Look at you. There's Queen of Pentacles and King of Swords. Twin flame showing up right there. Divine masculine, divine feminine. This is really perspective and understanding, and it's about not holding your ground so deeply, Taurus. It's about, you want the world you're living in and creating to be a very specific direction, Queen of Pentacles. But this is about being more open to other people's point of views. That there, like I said, when it comes to a matter of heart, there is no right or wrong. So be open to maybe the perspectives they are trying to share with you. Be open to new ways of thinking, new ways of seeing things, and allow them to share their perspective and be willing to maybe integrate that perspective. It's for you both of your best sakes, okay? All right, advice for Taurus. Spirit, what advice do we have for Taurus for this weekend? Right, be open to new plans. Be open to new perspective. Be open to new dreams. Do not dig your feet in the ground this weekend, Taurus. This is not the weekend for it. Yes, you have a path you've been on, and it's done pretty well so far, but there is a higher, you go from the queen to the king. There's a higher path that if you will allow yourself to just be cerebral, to step outside of yourself and see it from somebody else's point of view, or just the overall perspective of both of you together. If you will allow for that, there is a possibility for new horizons to come to your shores. There's a new beginnings, new journeys, new paths, new understandings coming if you will be open to it this weekend. If you won't dig your heels so deep in that ground, all right, Taurus? All right, what will help Taurus and their twin flame move from the shadow to the light this weekend, please? Weekend of September 10th through the 12th, what will help Taurus and their twin move from the shadow to the light? Look there. Cancer and Pisces showing up with the moon. Look, there's that shadow right there. There's that shadow, and that's what this is. It's about looking at your shadows. This is what we don't see, the subconscious, the unseen. This is shining a light on it. And so what they're asking you to do is shine a light. There's things that you don't know, okay? There's different perspectives. You think you think the path that you're taking is the only path, but there are things that you can't see. There's paths that you don't know about. And if you will release the stubbornness of believing that there's only one right way and one path, if you'll be open to hearing these new beginnings and listening to what somebody else has to share with you, you might be surprised what is revealed. The point here is to be open to receiving, to learning what you don't know. Okay, Taurus, this is a very, 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 very important lesson this weekend. You need to be open to hearing and learning what you don't know. Don't assume that you're right. Don't assume that your path is the only right way. Okay, Taurus? If you like this, be sure you give me a thumbs up and subscribe, because you know whose turn it is. It's my sweet Gemini's turn. All right, Gemini, welcome to the table. Oh, 3/4 of the way through. Only 3 more to go. All right, Gemini. We're going to begin with the Lover's Oracle for you. Here we go. Angels, ancestors, guardians, guides. What is the energy Gemini brings to the twin flame relationship weekend of September 10th through the 12th? Surrender. At times, we must surrender the old before something new can enter our lives. Let go, and it will all work out. This actually reminds me a lot of Cancer and Pisces and the Moon card, which actually is sitting right here because it was the last card I drew for Taurus. The Moon card. Doesn't this remind you of the Moon card? The naked woman laying out there in front of the water and the moon. With the moon card, that's the card of bearing it all, putting your secrets out there for everybody to see, what you don't know, the hidden, the unseen. Okay, and that's kind of what this is. It's a surrender, Gemini. Surrender to what you don't know. Surrender to what is unseen. There's things that you don't know, and you're being so rigid in your path and in your plan and what you think how things should go. If you're so rigid, if you're not going with the flow here, if you're not surrendering, and know that at times we have to let go of the old ways, the old things, the path that we thought we were going to be on, because something new and even better is trying to come into our lives. Okay, so it's time to surrender. There's a very big fixed way of thinking that it's time to let go of it, and everything is going to work out when it comes to your twin flame. Okay, all right, Gemini, let's look at your twin flames energy. We're going to look at the healing with the angels. Here we go. Angels, ancestors, guardians, gods. What is the energy Gemini's twin flame brings to their relationship the weekend of September 10th through the 12th, 2021? What is the energy surrounding Gemini's twin flame this weekend? Please, Spirit, what is the energy surrounding Gemini's twin flame September 10th through the 12th? Guardian angel. I love that so much. So, yeah, this is about both of you surrendering to the path that you think you're supposed to be on, and instead being open to something new coming in. That's the point here. The guardian angel is telling your twin flame they feel kind of abandoned on their path. They feel kind of alone, and the guardian angel is here to let you know that, yeah, honey, no. You can never be alone, especially if you're a twin flame. Separation is an illusion. You are always connected to your twin flame. You share a soul. It's impossible to be separated. That's the illusion. You can be separated in 3D, but you can never fully be separated at soul level. This is what your guardian angels are also trying to tell you. That your twin flame is holding on to something that needs to be let go of, and your guardian angel is trying to get their attention, trying to get them to know, 1, they're not alone, 2, they're not walking this path by themselves, and 3, it's time to let go and be divinely guided and supported. So let's look at the modern witches tarot and see what's happening here, Gemini. Angels, ancestors, guardians, gods. What is the energy between Gemini and their twin flame for the weekend of September 10th through the 12th, 2021? What is the shadow coming between Gemini and the twin flame? Ooh, looky there. I haven't seen this card yet. Death. There's Scorpio showing up, Gemini. So some of you, your twin flame could actually be a Scorpio. Death, death is never about the end. Death is always about the new beginning, and that's the point. This is very, very clear to me. Both of you are holding on kind of stubbornly, Gemini, I might add. Just a little bit of stubbornness happening on both of your ends. Holding on to something that is not yours, and you are being divinely guided that it is time to let go of the old ways of thinking, being, patterns, beliefs, habits that you have with your twin that are not working. Let that be the end of it. Let it go so something new can come in. Surrender. Trust the divine guidance. It's telling you right now. You're like, what do I need to let go of? And all of a sudden you're like, oh, it's this way I see things, or this way I do things, or this way I believe things. When that hits you, that's what you need to let go of, because as you surrender and you allow the death of one thing, the beginning of a whole better new thing comes in. Okay? So allow whatever this block is that's coming between the two of you to die. You know what it is, Gemini. Allow it. Just stop resisting and surrender. All right. Advice for Gemini. What advice do we have for Gemini for the weekend of September 10th through the 12th, 2021? What advice do we have for Gemini? Yeah. You gotta surrender, because it's gonna, until you do, it's just gonna keep on coming back. You're gonna have to keep repeating this habit, this cycle, this routine over and over and over and over until you figure it out and you let it go, till you surrender and you allow it to let go and all work out. Okay, so whatever it is that's getting between the two of you, and I think you know exactly what it is. There's some kind of, more than likely, because you see this 9 of Swords right here, probably a toxic thought form, habit, belief, or pattern between the two of you that's getting between the two of you. So that there's a toxic belief that you have about twin flames, or a toxic habit that you keep repeating with your twin, or a toxic pattern that you keep falling back into, or a toxic habit, pattern, thought, or thought form. Just every time they say something, you just immediately, well, that's what I thought, kind of thing. That has to be surrendered, has to be released, has to be just completely killed, stomped out, and be done with. All right. So advice to help Gemini and their twin move from the shadow to the light. What can be done to help remove these blocks between Gemini and the twin flame this weekend? Right. Stop carrying the past baggage. Gemini, you got to let the past go. This is as clear as it can be. Gemini, it is time to surrender past whatever this baggage. Look, what happened happened. You can't keep going back to it. It's done. It's over. I'm speaking as somebody who has a tendency to keep reliving circumstances. You know, I have a tendency to bring up tragedies and stuff in my life, and it took me a long time to realize I was doing that because I grew up in such a chaotic life that when I got to peace, I didn't understand what that felt like, and I just needed to bring the chaos back. And if I couldn't create chaos, or if I couldn't attract people who were chaotic, I would just talk about the chaos. You know what I mean? So that's what they're saying. You're carrying the baggage. It's time to let it go. It's time to let go of the old patterns, thought forms, habits, and routines. Toxic, especially patterns, habits, thought forms, and routines that are getting between you and your twin flame. Especially, this is about being self-aware and doing the work, Gemini. Okay, no more excuses. That's enough, Gemini. I love you, but you're really good at excuses. You really, really are great at excuses. No more excuses. It's time to be a little bit more self-aware. Investigate what are these toxic thought forms, patterns, habits, and routines that are literally and truly begging me to lay them down, to quit losing sleep over it, and to just kill them and move on to something better. How am I getting in my own way, Gemini? That's the question for you this weekend. All right, Gemini. I hope you enjoyed this. Give me a thumbs up and subscribe because it is Cancer's time. Cancer. We are going to look at the Lover's Oracle. Here we go. Angels, ancestors, guardians, guides. Well, that was fast, Cancer. Look at you popping right out. Card to represent Cancer and the twin flame. Oh, boom. You got the twin flame card. Your passion ignites. So twin Cancer, if you have not met your twin, you're probably going to meet your twin flame this weekend. Or those of you who have known your twin flame and you're not in union, probably going to come back into union because it says power. You instinctively know what is right for you and you have the power to say no or to walk away at any time. And for those of you who are in union with your twin flame, that is actually a sign that you need to take back your power or to walk away if you are not able to, because nobody is allowed to have dominion over your sovereignty. Remember that, Cancer, okay? So let's see what is going on with your twin flame. We're going to look at the Healing with Angels Oracle. Angels, ancestors, guardians, guides. What is the energy surrounding Cancer's twin flame this weekend? What is the energy Cancer's twin flame brings to the relationship? Okay, this deck is being stubborn. What is the energy Cancer's twin flame brings to the relationship the weekend of September 10th through the 12th, 2021? Tell me about Cancer's twin flame for this weekend, please. What is the energy Cancer's twin flame has? Surrender and release. Exactly, 100%. Surrender and release. For those of you who have never met your twin flame, this is the weekend it's going to happen. They're going to be surrendering the limits, the blocks, things coming between you. For those of you who are already in union, this is the weekend that you're both going to be, it feels like there's a bit of a power struggle between the two of you that is going to be let go of. And for those of you who have been in union and who are separated, that applies to you too. It feels like there's been a little bit of power struggle that is going to be surrendered and released. And it feels like that this could be a nice healing moment. For those of you who are in union or who have been in union, this power release, the surrender and release, really, I think, polarizes you to yourself. And those of you who have never been in union, I feel like it's just like the last limit, block, excuse that's kept you from believing in twin flames, kept them from finding you, is finally going to be surrendered and released, and the two of you come into union and literally ignite each other's gifts is what I'm seeing. Your passion ignites. All right, so let's see what's happening here. Let's look at the Modern Witch Tarot. Angels, ancestors, guardians, guides. What is the energy between Cancer and their twin flame for the weekend of September 10th through the 12th, 2021? All right, what is the shadow or the block coming between Cancer and their twin flame? King of Swords. So this is a higher perspective, the highest perspective. In fact, it's understanding and seeing them without ego. It's seeing people at a spiritual understanding level. And so that's a block. It's not understanding each other. So first of all, for those of you who've never been in twin flame, what's keeping you from that is just the understanding. It's probably a relationship paradigm that you are holding on to, a belief, a toxic belief or thought form around relationships, around twin flames that's keeping you. And so this is the weekend that you're being asked to surrender, to release, and allow that to go, and allow the energy that's trying to come to you to come. For those of you who are separated, the same thing. This is about maybe seeing it from their point of view, maybe surrendering, maybe I'm right, you're wrong, surrendering that, and just trying to see it from their point of view and from the higher point of view, which is both of your point of view involved, okay? And for those of you who are in union, what they're asking you to do is to really focus on seeing each other from everything from each other's point of view, and to understand that this twin flame relationship is what ignited your power, ignited your gifts, and that if it's not right, you do have the power to walk away. But would you rather walk away, or would you rather try to understand each other? Because I think that this is the message from them, is that they're going to have to surrender and release. But both of you feel like you're being a little bit stubborn. Those of you who are in union, or those of you who have been in union and you're separated, feels like there's a little bit of I don't want to apologize energy here, Cancer. And this is the weekend where I think you need to try to extend that olive branch, try to understand, extend sympathy, grace, understanding, compassion, forgiveness. Okay. All right. What advice do we have for Cancer for this weekend of September 10th through the 12th? What advice do we have for Cancer for the week of September 10th through the 12th? There he is, the Emperor, Aries. This is about taking charge. This is about standing up. Aries is the first sign of the zodiac, so this is the beginning. This is a new beginning, and a new beginning comes when you decide to take charge. You got the King and the Emperor here. You go from a king to an emperor. You're graduating. You're leveling up, and that's the point. As you begin to understand the perspective of the other person, as you surrender your need to be right, as you surrender your this is how it's going to go, and you release your expectations and your paradigms of how you think this should go. As all that happens, you level up. You go from the king to the emperor, and that's what they're trying to tell you. You'll be able to take charge, and there's a possibility to have a fresh start here if you will see things from a different perspective, if you'll surrender your point of view, if you'll surrender your need to be right and release that and let that go. There is room to take back your power and get this relationship back in the direction you want it to go. Okay. All right. So what can help move Cancer and their twin flame from the shadow to the light? What can Cancer do to help release the blocks between them and their twin flame this weekend? Seven of Swords, and that is in reverse. I don't normally read reversals, but I will read it this time. Seven of Swords is the card of deceit, of lies, of treachery, as they say. But when it is in reverse, it's about owning your truth, okay? It's about speaking your truth. And so that's the thing. How do you speak your truth? You speak your truth by knowing who you truly are, about telling the ego to take a hike and getting into alignment with your higher self. So you go from the king to the emperor, your higher self. Taking charge of your path, surrendering and releasing the ego's need to be right, the ego's need to be seen and to be heard, but instead to see each other and to hear each other. This is about letting go of the old lies and beliefs you have regarding, like I said, old toxic beliefs, habits, thought forms, and patterns that you have regarding relationships and the way you interact with each other and twin flames and just all of that. Throw it out. Throw it out. That's what they're trying to tell you. Throw it out. Let it be what will be. Show up as your highest and best self. Expect only that from them and don't expect anything else. That's it. Only expect yourself to embody your highest and best self. If you will only focus on embodying your highest and best self, you're going to be amazed how this relationship will turn around. I promise you. This is about surrendering your expectations, your beliefs, all of that, your toxic habits, thought forms, patterns, and routines, and just showing up as your best self and allowing that to become what it becomes. Okay? All right, Cancer, if you enjoy this, give me a thumbs up or subscribe because we are going to wrap this up. Leo, save the best for last, right, Leo? It is your turn. We're going to start with the Lover's Oracle. Here we go. Angels, ancestors, guardians, and guides. Leo, as always, has no has no issue with just showing off and jumping right on out. I love you, Leo. Look what you got. Look how gorgeous. The past is now behind you. Release it and embrace new possibilities. A new path is now available to you. Follow it with faith. Remember, faith is just another word for persistence. Persistence is what you practice every single day. If you weren't persistent, you would not wake up. When that alarm goes off, you would not turn off that alarm, get out of bed, get dressed, and go to work and show up and do work. That's persistence. Persistence is having faith that if you do these things every single day, if you persist and you do these things every single day, you have faith that at the end of the week, you're going to get a paycheck. That's what that is. Faith and persistence are the same thing. They're telling you that you need to follow the new path that is trying to come for you. The past is the past. It's behind you. Let it go and release it entirely and embrace the path that's ahead of you, okay? And just follow it with faith. Leo, you turn the corner. I knew it was coming, Leo. I've been feeling it coming for a minute now. Y'all been in about 2 years, maybe even 3, of some pretty tough times, Leo. I'm aware. It's been, about 3 years even, of some pretty rough energy for you, Leo. And you finally turned the corner. I'm very happy for you because I knew the time was coming. I just kept getting the energy and the message that, Leo, you're just about at the end of this road and the new path is becoming open to you. So let's see what's going on with your twin flame. We're going to look at healing with the angels. Angels, ancestors, guardians, guys, tell me about Leo's twin flame. What is the energy Leo's twin flame brings to the table the weekend of September 10th through the 12th, 2021? Support. How perfect. Exactly. They are here to support you as you decide to move from the past, to release the past, to cut those cords, to heal yourself, to get into those shadows, to feel that pain, to feel that trauma, to heal it, to release it from your body, and to level up. They are here to support you and to know that you are not walking this path alone. You are not alone. And the thing is Leo, you have many times in the past had to walk this path alone. You had to go through that valley of shadow by yourself. They're here to tell you this time you are not alone. You are divinely supported, and you are divinely supported by your divine twin flame. Remember, as they support you, please offer them support as well, okay? That is a message to you that they are asking for support as well. And so once you're on the other side of this weekend, don't forget, they're there too. They need a little love and encouragement sometimes, all right? So let's look at the Modern Witch Tarot. Here we go. Angels, ancestors, guardians, and gods, what messages do we have for Leo and the twin flame the weekend of September 10th through the 12th, 2021? All right, what is this shadow that is getting between Leo and the twin flame this weekend? The past is the past is the past, Leo. You gotta let sleeping dogs lie and allow the new path to move forward. Really and truly, the Five of Cups is like you won't let go of the past. And if you don't let go of the past, then how are you ever going to get what's trying to come in, the Knight of Cups? That's what they're trying to tell you. They want you, the block is literally, I mean, it could be coming from your twin too. Your twin could still be holding on to the past. Either way, if one or both of you won't let go of the past is now behind you. Release it and embrace new possibilities. New possibilities. Because if you don't let go of the past, if you don't trust each other to support each other through this part of your journey, then how do these new possibilities come in? How? You gotta let the new possibilities come in. Leo, let go of the past. Same thing can be said for your twin. Please remember, they probably need a little support too. They're going through this as well. All right. Advice for Leo for this weekend. What advice do we have for Leo for this weekend? What does Leo need to know about this weekend? Please. Yes. We know there's a very important card for you, Leo. You're the only one of the entire 12 zodiac signs who even got that card. So that's very specific. You have been through, like I said, probably 2, if not 3 years, some pretty difficult heartbreak and just sorrow. It's been a very, very difficult path for you these past, and again, there's those 3 cups that are still these past 3 years, maybe 2, but probably 3. But you're not looking at what you still have. It's time to look at what is still standing, these cups that are still standing, not these spilled cups, but these standing cups. There's a distant horizon, and there's cups still to drink from, and there's more to come if you will just quit crying over spilled milk. It's okay to acknowledge your pain. It's okay to feel what you got to feel, but that's not your story, and you can't make it your story. You've got to move ahead, all right? Receive support. Let the past go. Release it. Release. This is very important. Take those swords and like literally cut the past out, okay? And last card, Spirit, advice to help Leo and their twin move from the shadow to the light. What can Leo do to help release these blocks between them and their twin flame this week. And what can Leo do to help release the blocks? Look at that. That's the second time I got this exact same card. Cancer got the card in the same position. Only yours is right side up. Oh, gosh. Okay, good. It didn't go too far. Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords. This is the cards of lies and deceit. Treachery, even, if you will. Stop lying to yourself, Leo. Okay. I think what has happened is you're like, oh, I've moved on from the past. I'm not living in the past. I'm not holding on to the energy of the past. I can move on. I'm here in the future. But how much is the past affecting your day-to-day interactions? How much is it impacting the way you think and the way you behave? And how much is the past coming forward in toxic beliefs, thought forms, habits, and routines that you keep repeating that you're subconsciously not even aware of? You need to stop lying to yourself that you're completely healed this heartbreak. It's time to get into the shadow work. This is a very, very important message. You need to understand you are fully supported, but this is the weekend to do some pretty deep dive and shadow work. Put up here how to do the shadow work. There's lots of ways. Do the shadow work. Grieve, cry, mourn. Get it out of your body. Physically shake it out after you've cried and mourned. Run, jump, dance, whatever you got to do to get it out. But do the shadow work, okay, Leo, because that's what's holding you back. You're lying to yourself if you think you're fully healed. Because I think what's happening is you're filling your life with distractions. Those distractions have not given you healing. Those distractions have not filled the hole. All right, Leo, this is time to get that shadow out and to allow what wants to come in to come to you so that you have something to fill the hole with again. All right, Leo? All right. I have loved doing this reading for y'all this week. If y'all have enjoyed, and if you're still here, be sure you give me a thumbs up, a share, like, subscribe, as they say, and I will see y'all next weekend for the weekend of the 17th through the 19th. And until I see y'all again, everybody stay happy, healthy, safe, and blessed. Love y'all.